Diamonds are forever, a 100-year-old slogan. But is it still valid? Could it be that the ultimate luxury symbol is losing its shine? In today's luxury market, lab-grown diamonds are redefining the game and changing the status quo, leaving a gigantic impact. Imagine if gold could be created in lab, the economic impact would be massive. And that's exactly what lab-grown diamonds are doing to the industry. In this video, we'll uncover the rise and downfall of diamonds, the pros and cons of natural and lab-grown diamonds from a buyer's perspective. And at the end of the video, we will evaluate whether natural diamonds can ever make a comeback. Stay tuned. To understand the current diamond crisis, we must look at the origins. As I always emphasize, going back to the basics is the key to success in luxury. And this story cannot be told without the famous and infamous company, De Beers. For nearly a century, this company had a monopoly, controlling over 90% of the world's diamond production. Founded in 1888 by British businessman Cecil Rhodes in South Africa, De Beers strategically acquired mines before the diamond fever, set prices and dictated supply, holding an iron grip over the industry. That was the key to success. De Beers ensured that diamonds remained both rare and valuable. However, diamonds haven't always been in high demand. After the Wall Street crash in 1929, sales decreased significantly. De Beers needed a new strategy to revive the market. And Cecil's solution: make diamonds more accessible. And here comes the world-famous slogan: "Diamonds are forever." Before this campaign, diamonds were mostly reserved for aristocracy, and diamond engagement rings were an exclusivity, even for high society. But once diamonds are forever embedded them into engagement culture, symbolizing an eternal promise, jewelry makers began incorporating them into rings, earrings, necklaces, and beyond. What made this campaign so unique? By shaping public perception, they created demand at the end customer level, indirectly driving sales for their business partners. This strategy worked exceptionally well, as De Beers had no real competition at that time. Within 3 years, the sales of diamonds had increased by 50%. Today, such an approach is rare in the business world, isn't it? For decades, De Beers clients had no choice but to accept their pricing and policies. But change was brewing. Contrary to popular belief, diamonds aren't just for jewelry. In fact, the majority of the world's diamonds are actually used for industrial purposes, from drill heads to cutting tools and electronics. By the 1950s, General Electric, an American multinational technological conglomerate, was so frustrated by the fixed prices of diamonds that they sought to bypass the diamond monopoly with an alternative. So they managed to recreate the extreme conditions necessary for diamond formation, leading to the first synthetic diamonds. Back then, no one thought that lab-grown diamonds would one day be of jewelry quality, and this would be a game-changing moment. Yet what started as a technological breakthrough for industries soon evolved into something much bigger, changing the jewelry world forever. In recent years, lab-grown diamonds have become a viable alternative to mined diamonds, offering identical optical and physical properties, including the same crystal structure, brilliance and hardness. 2023 was officially marked as the year of lab diamonds. Year-over-year sales increased sharply by 40%. In 2024, 45% of couples surveyed said that their engagement rings featured a lab diamond. And by 2025, the lab-grown diamond market is projected to reach an estimated $28 billion. The biggest game changer? Price. Lab-grown diamonds cost a fraction of natural diamonds. As an example, Walmart sells a 5-carat lab diamond ring for $3,000. While at Sotheby's, you can get a 5-carat natural diamond ring estimated between $200,000 and $300,000. The price gap is huge. Now, let's see how lab diamonds are made. Basically, there are two main methods used to produce lab-grown diamonds: chemical vapor deposition and high-pressure, high-temperature. HPHT is generally better for producing smaller, higher-quality diamonds, while CVD is more suitable for larger gems. The rapid growth is definitely fueled by the advancement in these technologies, allowing diamonds to be created in weeks or even days, rather than billions of years. To close the De Beers story, in 2011, the founding family sold its remaining stake in De Beers for $5 billion in cash, perhaps anticipating the rise of lab-grown diamonds and the inevitable market shift. De Beers, once the gatekeeper of diamonds, has been forced to cut prices by 40%, and by 2019 their market share has plunged from 90 to just 29.5%. Today, the world's top diamond producers by carats is Alrosa. By Rio Tinto leads in revenue, followed by Anglo American, leaving De Beers trailing at $6.6 billion. Major fashion and jewelry brands are driving the success of lab-grown diamonds. Pandora's launched its artificial jewelry line, followed by Swarovski, both experiencing significant sales growth in 2024. LVMH also recognized the trend, investing $90 million in a lab diamond production, leading its brand to launch collections. Prada introduced lab-grown diamond jewelry, while Fred by Louis Vuitton debuted blue lab diamonds. And the list goes on. Celebrities like Emma Watson, Leonardo DiCaprio, Miley Cyrus and Penelope Cruz have embraced them. Now let's take a look at the advantages and disadvantages of the two types of diamonds. Lab diamonds are cheaper, costing about 1/10 the price of the mined ones. 1 carat synthetic diamond costs around $1,000, while the natural equivalent can fetch up to $9,000. Furthermore, they are more ethical and more sustainable alternative. Another major appeal of synthetic diamonds is their customization. Buyers can select size, shape and color with precision, making each piece unique and deeply personal. However, the downside is their lower resale value, especially on the secondary market, due to the unlimited supply and lack of controlled scarcity. They are simply not as special. Also, we must not forget that they aren't entirely green. Lab diamonds require massive amounts of energy. Only those produced using renewable energy sources, like solar power, can truly be considered eco-friendly. On the other hand, mined diamonds are valued for their tradition, uniqueness, rarity, and high worth. They are really one of a kind. However, they are significantly more expensive and have a major environmental impact due to mining. Not to mention the ethical concerns of mined diamonds due to conflict zones and unethical labor practices.
Throughout the history of Africa, whenever a substance of value is found, the locals die in great number and in misery. Now, this was true of ivory, rubber, gold, and oil. It is now true of diamonds.
Is it game over for natural diamonds? With prices falling, what does the future hold? While natural diamonds may still hold value, the resale market remains weak. At a recent auction house evaluation that I visited, pieces sold for just 30–50% of their original prices. However, in my opinion, two types of diamonds may still be worth investing in. Very large natural gems, 10+ carats, or diamonds with historical or emotional significance. For example, the Hope diamond, weighing 45.52 carats, is the largest blue diamond ever found. Even though it's rumored to be cursed, it's valued at around $350 million. Another famous piece is the 69.42 carat pearl-shaped diamond that Richard Burton famously hunted down for Elizabeth Taylor through multiple auctions and negotiation, a symbol of romance and Hollywood glamour. Estimated over $3 million. And the most expensive diamond ever sold at auction, the Pink Star. A breathtaking 59.6 carat diamond, one of the rarest gems on Earth, which sold for a staggering $71.2 million. And what would I wear? It depends on the occasion. For everyday wear, I prefer lab-grown diamonds, as they are just as beautiful. But for high society events, I always go for natural diamonds. Their rarity and timeless charm make them perfect for those special moments. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed diving into the unstable world of diamonds. Will natural diamonds reclaim their dominance, or are they relics of the past? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: lab diamonds are here to stay. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. See you in the next one. Ilona calls you. Ilona calls luxury.